Welcome to another episode of Racing to Learn. We are a nonprofit that uses radio control to get kids excited about math and science. We are taking another look at our ECX two-wheel drive. This specifically is a Torment. Same things applied to a Ruckus as well. Actually, a lot of this applies to the other two-wheel drive ECX vehicles like the Circuit, the Amp. I think I'm forgetting one. The Buggy, the Boost as well. The Torment and the Ruckus have a high center of gravity chassis, right, like this, and we're working on the back half of it today. So a lot of these things will apply to the entire range of ECX two-wheel drive vehicles. So first thing we're going to tackle today is we are taking a look at some beefier drive shafts. Now this is a common problem with the stock plastic drive shafts. They'll probably last you a little bit on brushed power if you're just running a brush motor, on one of the more on one of the $170 models they're new, right? But if you step it up to a brushless upgrade or the stock brushless version, you're gonna snap the stock plastic drive shafts eventually, right? Sooner or later. So we were kind of tired of doing that. We stepped up to these MIP X Duty, they're called. I can take it apart. You can see the two halves here. These are super beefy, CNC milled out of steel, right? We've run these on our Slash monster truck or Slash P, some people call it, but ultra beefy. These are pretty much indestructible, right? They're pretty bomb proof. So we've rigged this one up. We've heard of some possible binding issues with the RPM carriers, and I have another one here. Where is it? Here we go. The RPM rear bearing carriers, right? So these take actually larger 5x11 ball bearings instead of the stock 5x10s. So, some people say that these, or I think I've heard anecdotally through some of the forums, that they'll bind up under full suspension travel. Something to keep in mind as we rig this up, right? So that's what actually we will be working on today. What I'm going to do is, so we've got the rear subframe loose already. You've got to actually remove the whole rear subframe to get the transmission in and out. So we are going to remove these handy captured pins. Nice thing about the Ruckus versus other entry-level two-wheel drive RCs or even four-wheel drive is that these suspension pins are actually captured on the Ruckus. So there's this tiny set screw, not even a set screw, just a tiny round-headed screw that you take out, and then you can pop out the suspension pin. And let's see here, just want to find the right way. It only comes out one way, and I'm going to have to use this driver to push this out. So out comes the suspension pin and the rear carrier. You may just want to wipe down the pin a little bit, just any sort of debris, dirt, grime, etc. Clean that off a little bit. And we've already mocked up this side with the entire RPM hub. So with the RPM hubs, you will need to get your own 5x11 bearings, standard Traxa size that they use all around. So these are quite ubiquitous, very easily available. But you'll want to put those in, and then put in the MIP itself, right? The MIP drive shaft itself just goes in the same way as the stock one does. We're just going to rig this up here. So I'm going to put in the suspension pin. And let's see here. Are these? Yeah, the RPMs are unidirectional. So the left will work on the right and vice versa. Since they don't have left and right markings. And I'm going to pop the suspension pin back in. Oh, lost the bottom half of the drive shaft there. And I'll go ahead and put this set screw back in. Actually, let's mock up the suspension first. So always good to do a dry fit, as it's sometimes called, or test fitting. So what I'm going to do is put the suspension in, or sorry, put the transmission in, and basically hook up this drive shaft. And oh, is it not fitting? Oh, it's because I have the set screw in. Let me take this out here. I've got the set screw blocking the drive shaft there. So, oh, yep, taking this out. See that tiny little set screw? All right, didn't have to take it all the way out, I guess, but oh, and this still doesn't fit. That is odd. So for some reason I just can't get this past, and it might be because of some burrs. I'm gonna see what this looks like inside here. It seems pretty smooth. Although there's two set screws. That would do it. There's a set screw on both sides of that MIP drive shaft. Might just end up replacing this with one set screw that goes all the way through. So now we are able to slide that, and it's not going all the way through. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Okay, so we might need to do some clearancing with the drill or whatnot. I'm gonna take a look at the forums to see if that's actually the case. But before we go through all that trouble, let's just do a test fit and see if we can even go through the full range of suspension travel here. So I'm just gonna mock this up, push it in as far as it'll go. Actually, I'm gonna put it on the splined side first. Okay, and then put the drive shaft on its yoke here. All right, holding the transmission in. I'm just gonna see if there's any binding. And I could put this, I'm gonna line up this screw here with the rest of the suspension as well. Okay, so yeah, there definitely is some binding at full suspension travel there. So we'll probably have to go with this outer suspension hole because the inner one definitely binds. Oh, wait, I can't even... All right, there's some issues here. So I can't make the suspension go up. Or down that much. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I guess it's a rumor confirmed here that the RPMs are not gonna work with these X duties, and you can see where it is there. It's that bulge in the X duty is running into the carrier, and beyond that, yeah, this is not working very well. So yeah, we'll go ahead, and in the next episode we'll revert back to the stock carriers there. We might be out of 5x10 bearings, but let us know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.